Hi, today I'm going to walk you through the full process of producing AI avatar podcast ads. The final result will look something like this.
This device literally saved my med spa business. I used to think that making money as an esthetician is hard, that you need to overwork yourself, offer discounts, pay for the expensive machines. All of that to barely break even at the end of each month. I couldn't deliver real results, and it was hard to get recurring customers. I saw an
Okay, so this is the quality that we are going to achieve today. I'm going to walk you to the full planning of production. I'm going to tell you how to generate images, what kind of prompts did I use using Nano Banana. I'm going to show you how to use HeyGen to prepare AI videos. And I'm going to show you some references. You probably saw these Tai Chi walking ads. So let's play the reference and idea that I got just for a few seconds.
I am going on vacation in 4 weeks and I need to lose weight. Can Tai Chi walking help?
Oh, 4 weeks.
Yes. Perfect timing. Really? I've been going to the gym.
Honestly, I think the ad that I produced look much more realistic. I think the editing is on a higher level, which is going to drive the engagement, and it will hide some of the flaws of the AI video. So let's go first with planning of the productions. First, we need to understand what format are we going to use to produce these videos. Are we going to use that standard reel format, 9:16? Are we going for 16:9, maybe to launch them on YouTube? Or we're going to use 1:1, 4:5. We need to understand what's the format, because that's going to be set up in Nano Banana and we won't be able to change that in the future. Second thing that we need to understand is where will the ad be placed? Will it be placed as an ad, as a social media post, for onboarding, internal communication? Depending on that, we will understand how real does it need to look like. Because if it's for internal communication in a company, just to make the videos more digestible to watch, then it doesn't matter that much whether it looks like an AI avatar or whether it looks more realistic and convincing for people to buy our product. The third thing, again, who will watch the video? Is it going to be an older audience? Is it going to be a younger audience? We need to understand that. Older audience won't even notice that this is AI, and you shouldn't misuse that, but just use it to prove how somebody is going to get dream outcomes out of your product. So you're not going to do some false marketing. You're just going to create stories, because reels are good because they are stories. Podcasts are good because of that, because people are drawn to listening to stories, and we want to create stories that are actually true for your customers and to just present your product that way. It's not going to be used to create fake testimonials or anything like that. I think HeyGen will also ban you for that, so don't use it for that purposes. Use it to create stories, something that will grab the attention, because you can literally direct how the whole podcast is going to look like, and that's amazing. I showed you the reference of the Tai Chi workouts. I think everyone already saw them on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm going to show you the environments and people references that I prepared and how I breathed those into Nano Banana. And also we need to understand how much editing can we do in post-production, because if we can go heavy on edits, then we can hide a lot of those flaws. I didn't use these split screens just out of nowhere. I used them strategically to hide some of her mistakes in her lips. But as you can see, while we watch it like this, when we grab the attention to the things that are not her mouth, it's much more realistic. So I added this, but I will go into post-production at the end of the video once I explain you how to brief Nano Banana and HeyGen and how to create these videos. So how to create images of your avatars in Nano Banana Pro. We're going to use that model, Nano Banana Pro. It's available on Higgsfield. So you will create an account there. You will pay, I think I paid maybe around $20-30 per month for the basic package. And I already used all of my credits, so I'm probably going to upgrade to the next level. I think it's about $80 per month, and you have pretty much unlimited credits for some basic use on ad production. So what I wanted to do here, I wanted to create an ad for a cryotherapy product called Sub-Zero. That's a product of one of my main clients, America Cryo. And it looks something like this. It looks like a small handheld device. It looks pretty much exactly like this. And let's go over the prompt to see how did I brief AI to create something like this. So I said, hey, I would like to recreate the first image I attached. So this is the first image that I attached. I found it on Google, so I searched up podcast woman. So I would like to recreate the first image I attached of a woman speaking on a podcast. I want to replace the current woman with the med spa esthetician from the second image. So this is the second image that I imported. I want the esthetician to hold the device shown in the third picture. So this is the third picture of my device. And as you can see, the result is phenomenal. It's really, really amazing, because even though this image was very low quality, even though this woman wasn't present on the first image, even though we briefed it to create the image of her holding this device, it did an amazing job. Make it photorealistic as it was shot with a mirrorless camera and the usual high quality production of a podcast. And I loved the first result, and I used this same exact image for the hook of the video. I wanted to have that visual hook with her holding the device in the hand, because the device is interesting, especially for our target audience who are med spa owners, 45+ year old women. It really grabs the attention, especially once we edited it like this. It really is something that will make the viewer stop and watch the video. The second prompt I did it because I wanted to have two different scenes. I didn't want her to hold the device during the whole podcast, because it wouldn't be natural for someone to have the device during the whole podcast. So I wanted to create a different image of her where she is just holding her hands like this, and then she can articulate with her hands. So I said, hey, I want you to recreate this image, but without her holding the black device in her hands, just her sitting and talking to the person in front of her. She should use her hands very subtly and naturally to emphasize her point, and should have natural face during a conversation, not smiling too much. Because on the first few seconds of the video, I wanted to have her smile, I wanted to have her hold the device, but during the middle section of the podcast and the reel, I wanted her to be normal as she was just talking during a podcast. So once we created that, I went into HeyGen to create a quick script for her and to create an AI avatar in HeyGen. So we will go to HeyGen. We will need to create an account there. I think the subscription is about $50 per month. I have a bigger one, which is about 80 or 90, but I think you can get away with the 30 or 50 per month, and you will have I think 1 hour or 2 hours of avatar generation, which is more than enough to create a few ads like this. So you will go into avatars here, you will click the plus button, and then it will open up this page. You'll go and create a virtual character by uploading a photo, and here you need to add your photos. So there's a very big reason why we need to have two different images. One image will be for the hook, and the second will be for the rest of the video. I did the same for the podcast host, because once I introduced the podcast host in the video, that is at this place, I wanted to have some twist in the story. I wanted the podcast host to sound skeptical about the interviewer. And just let's listen it for a few seconds.
And you believed them?
I wanted to have that sarcastic feel, like, and you believe them, really? And I also added in post-production a little smile at the end.
Believed them?
And all of that adds to that emotional copywriting and emotional advertising. So once you add those two images, you will then create your avatar, and it will look something like this. You will go to avatars, and you will have your avatars. I have Jenny here, and I have Anna. So Anna is the speaker here. As you can see, we have two different looks. One look is her with her normal expressions, and one is with expressions of smiling face and holding the device. Once I did that, I went into create, and I chose video agent. and I chose here the reference, which was Anna, and I wrote the script. You can also go here in avatars, select Anna, for example, use in video to have more options here. If you go into this menu, so you'll have the option here to add the copywriting. You'll have some other options to choose the voice that you like, to choose the motion that you would like her to have, and this costs some extra credits, but it is worth it because you can then guide whether she wants to move her hands a lot, whether she wants to stay still, whether she wants to smile more or not. So that's another tip that you can use. You can set up the background, to remove the background, to use color, but we don't want to change anything up because we already generated a great image that we want to use there. But the background remover works very well, but we won't use it right now. So then you will write your script here. I did this script very quickly just so I can present something to my clients on what are the future possibilities and what we can use for future ads. So it took me maybe 45 minutes to produce the script for that. I tried to create some story related to pain points of our target audience. I wanted to create a story that's going to be relatable to them, something that's going to be interesting to them to watch through the end of the video. So let's play it for a few seconds to analyze the copywriting a bit more. So in the first part, I'm focusing a lot on curiosity. So this device helped me save my med spa business. So we're bringing up curiosity because people want to understand how can they save their med spa business. And then we're going to I used to think. So this goes back into psychology on what are the common false beliefs on how med spa owners are making money. So we have a few pain points here. They think that making money is hard, that you need to overwork yourself, that you need to offer discounts, pay for the expensive machines, and all of that to barely break even at the end of each month. I couldn't deliver real results, and it was hard to get recurring customers. More and more pain points. And as you can see, I'm switching up camera angles and adding these animations to just grab more attention to make the ad more engaging to our customer. I saw an ad for the Sub-Zero, so here we're introducing the solution, a cryotherapy device that was supposed to help me, and I'm using a lot of these supposed to. Actually, this device literally, as you can see, I'm trying to keep it real and raw. We don't want to have that feeling of an ad. We want to keep it UGC, like it was actually shot during a podcast. So the device that was supposed to. She doesn't say, this device will get you this. This device was supposed to. They told me that it was supposed to get me this. So that's something to think about. And then here we wanted to have that twist where the host is like, and you actually believe them? Like, we see that on the internet a lot. Like, a lot of people trying to scam you, a lot of people trying to sell you the course and everything. And then we wanted to have that because I know that lots of viewers will resonate with her, with the podcast host, and they will say, yeah, I actually want to hear where the conversation will go. And then we're going to solve that objections. Honestly, it sounded too good to be true, but I didn't have anything to lose because they are offering a free demo call. So I schedule it out of curiosity. They show me this and that. And now we're using user-generated content from the company, of our experts, of the device being used, of some of the results that they can expect because we need to increase the trust and social proof here. Treatments, we're presenting some of the benefits. So treatments last 5 to 10 minutes. And people are actually losing interest, and we want to use this B-roll and images to emphasize that. They showed me how other med spas are adding $5,000 to $10,000 per month, so that's our value proposition, that they can add $5,000 to $10,000 per month with this modality to their business. And what bought me was the support they provide. So we're here mentioning more and more features and benefits for our customer audience. The device comes with this and that, marketing, coaching, community, and we wanted to emphasize all of that through B-roll. And then we have the question, now the host isn't as defensive. Now she's asking, so was it actually worth it? I guess it was worth it for you. And then we wanted to make this more dramatic and to switch the music and to switch the vibe. So let's play this for a few seconds.
I've been in the business for 10 years, and I can tell you it was the best decision I've made in a long time.
And where can we learn more about it?
And now she's interesting to learn more about it. And then we're going to use some more social proof with Google's reviews, 15,000 customers, and then we have the call to action animation. So that's basically the editing. So I just realized that I skipped the production part of the HeyGen avatar, but it was good to understand where we went with copywriting and why did we edit it in a certain way. So how are you going to generate those videos? You're going to type your copywriting here. So let's try to develop a hook here. I'm not going to produce the full ad, but let's create a hook. So let's write our script here. This device literally changed or saved my med spa business. And here you can choose different voices. I would suggest you to go for Hope. These are, by the way, 11 Labs voices. So all of the 11 Labs voices are integrated into HeyGen application. I would suggest you Hope. Here are a few others that I saved. So we have Hope.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
We have June.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you like it.
We
The
have
right voice brings avatar
another
video.
from June.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
We
Hope
have
you like.
Christina.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
Faye.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you like.
These are the ones that I saved. So I'm going to use Hope here. This device literally saved my med spa business, and we can preview it here.
This device literally saved my med spa business. This device
This sounds good for a hook. And once you generate the audio, if you're not happy with it, you can go and regenerate it here.
This device literally saved my med spa business.
And if you want to use more expressions, you can go into enhance voice here. So for example, go enhance voice, and then it will add some expressions like excited, funny, sarcastic. Let's see what it comes up. Okay, excited. Let's play it now.
This device literally saved my med spa business.
I don't really like it, but we can go for smiling.
This device literally saved my med spa business.
Let's go for sarcastic. And we can change up the sentence. For example, if you want to have a rage bait hook, you can say, you're still not at $10,000 per month with your med spa. Your med spa is still not at $10,000 per month. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show you really quickly how does it work.
You're still not at $10,000 per month with your med spa?
It sounds much better, and then you can add some more symbols here. And
You're still not at $10,000 per month with your med spa?
Okay, this can be a good rage bait. So let's go with this. Now we will go into the scene here, and we can then render the scene so we can have the video preview on how it's going to look like. And when it's done, it will say scene rendered. So let's play it now.
You're still not at $10,000 per month with your med spa?
So I don't really like her expressions. We can go into motion engine here, and we can add the expressions here. Make her ask the question sarcastically. Move her hands a lot to emphasize the point. Okay. Go back, confirm. And now let's re-render the scene to see what it will come up with.
You're still not at $10,000 per month with your med spa?
Yeah, this is a good rage bait. She's also looking at them, smiling from pity. I love it. I think this will perform as a good hook. So that's basically it. How we created the second person, or the host actually, This is the prompt. So I said, hi, I want you to create me an image of the host of the podcast that's sitting in front of the esthetician in the image. And I attached this image so Nano Banana can understand what kind of environment they're in. Move the camera to the other side so we can see the rest of the room from different angle. And it did a great job. I think it has consistency there. Then I didn't like that it was a male, so I changed it. I want to, the host is a middle-aged woman, dressed up smart, casually, and professionally. And then I got the final results here. I want you to replace the host with a middle-aged professional-looking woman. Remove the coffees and audio mixer from the table because I wanted to have a clear table there. And that was the first expression of the host. And this was the second one, where I said, hi, I want you to make her face smiling like she was about to say, yeah, right, as a joke and on conviction to what the speaker is saying. And we got exactly that. So that was used for that part where the host isn't agreeing with our speaker. So that's basically it. That's how you generate these AI podcast ads and videos. You have unlimited options here. It doesn't have to be podcast host. It can be a TV show. I think in Facebook ad library, they still have those. So let's go over here and check it out. As you can see, it's really popular. It's really popular. You can also do the same with both of the presenters at the same page. You just need to create different prompts. So I would add video of the speaker, video of the host, and I would say, can you generate the camera angle that will include both the speaker and the host in the same shot from the middle of the room to see both people on each side of the screen.
You look incredible, but when do you even find time for the gym between shoots?
I don't. I'm 56.
This is another amazing UGC style video that's a good hook, and probably they're going to advance into podcast. Yeah, it's a good hook, and then we have podcast. Even though it doesn't look really believable, people are still buying these programs or courses. People are still watching these. As you can see, they have been running these for a long time, and I'm seeing them pop up every single day. So it's definitely working for them. Test it out, see if it works for you as well. That's it. If you want me to help you with producing these videos for you without you having to think about managing anything, briefing the prompts, doing anything on your side, I will be glad to help. Just message me and we can schedule the discovery call to understand how can we use videos in your funnels, not just AI videos, but videos in general, to signal more trust, to convert, to position your brand and company as an authority. I'm working mostly with B2B businesses, and I'm someone who will actually go into the marketing analysis before even producing videos. And the video production comes just as the last part and as the last piece of the puzzle. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.